What's going on, cave dwellers? Well, I guess we never thought we'd be bringing this news to you and breaking the Camaro internet. But that behind us is a rare car. That is VIN number 0001. The first ever Chevrolet Camaro. And why, you ask, why would we be talking about the first ever Camaro from 1966? Well, because it seems like history repeats itself. And if you know the story of this car, well, you can just stay tuned and listen to the people
we'll show you
who currently own the car. Because
my Kansas peeps.
Yeah. We're going to integrate that car with this car, and you're going to want to stay here for the whole entire video because you're going to be shocked as well. There's a correlation.
There is.
I can't believe. Why'd you do this, GM? Why?
So instead of listening to my boring self tell you the story, I'm going to show you a video of two of my Kansas neighbors that own this car, father and son, and we'll just let you listen to them.
And we'll show you why it's relevant to right now.
Yep.
Stay tuned, guys. Well, Tonya, what we got going on here today?
Number one. Literally.
Literally. 0001.
I think there's more zeros than that, but yeah, number one. That is Logan and his father, Corey. The Lawsons, they're from Hutchinson, Kansas, which was very, very close to where I lived in Wichita. And that is their number one Camaro, which should never have been sold. And it was, not to them, but it was sold. And Logan found it when he was a teenager, and his father helped him get it, and it did not look like this. It had a really rough life. They put it back together so that it looked like it was when it was on the showroom. And we have a video. We have a really good video. So we'll run the video for you that will tell you kind of how this became. And then Andy's going to run it together and show you why the Panther, the new Panther, kind of is repeating history from the video.
Let's go, Tonya.
If you get behind the wheel of an old Camaro, it's like a time machine. Feel the engine roar. Feel the freedom of driving American iron. It's a piece of our heritage.
This is the first Chevrolet Camaro. This car matters because it sparked the largest rivalry to ever come out of Detroit. The Chevrolet Camaro versus the Ford Mustang. And my son and I got to tell the story.
It's lived 50 years of an amazing life, a crazy life. I mean, not many humans can even say that they've had a crazier life than this car.
It was a pilot prototype. It's one of 52, and this car is without a doubt the first of the first.
It's the real deal. My son found it. Wasn't even old enough to have a driver's license yet.
I was browsing one day after school on a message board and came across a thread on the very first Camaro. The guy was curious to what he had. My dad jumped in his truck and drove down there.
There were so many nuances to the vehicle that I had never seen before that I was convinced that it probably was the very first car that was ever built. VIN number is the first thing you look at. You've got N100001. You know, I mean, it's not conclusive, but boy, it's a smoking gun.
It's nailed right to the pillar with a couple of rivets, and those rivets remain undisturbed to this day.
The reason that the car was on the message board was because a common insurance agent had the sense to say, wow, that's a lot of zeros. Are you sure you're not reading that wrong to me over the phone? We took a chance on it and brought it home. Logan began his research. The first thing we did was reach out to the General Motors Heritage Center. They supplied us with everything that they had on the original Camaros that were built. In exchange for being allowed to use this photography, Logan agreed to document all 52 of the pilot prototypes. My son and I embarked on a 3-year journey There's a grand total of 5 people that dedicated well over 8,000 hours into this research. And we were able to conclusively prove that 10 of those cars still exist.
We're trying to track down the original owners to track down the story. We would send personal letters, we would send pictures of ourselves, we would send stories. After knocking on enough doors, we finally found the right people that actually knew what we were talking about and remembered. After all of that, we started piecing everything together, and that was where the story began.
The automotive landscape at the time the Camaro was being developed was very challenging and diverse. And General Motors adequately anticipated that this youth market that came out of the World War II baby boom were going to need a car that would help people get from where they were to where they wanted to be in style.
This is the year of individual expression.
Oh yeah, it is.
And this is the year of the Camaro.
Camaro.
The Chevrolet people, they were looking for a General Motors version of the Mustang. This really scratched the itch that was waiting for lots of consumers. And boy, they bought these cars like crazy. And if you were driving a Camaro, you were someone that was sophisticated. You were driving something that was futuristic, built by computers. It was an everyman's premium luxury GT right out of the bag.
This car was actually built before the name was picked. They didn't have emblems.
There were many names that were contemplated for what became the Camaro. Panther, Commodore, Gemini, to name a few. In June 1966, Pete Estes had a satellite conference in which he picked the name Camaro. It meant comrade or pal. The PR was really no PR. General Motors took excellent advantage of the chattering class within the media. They put some teaser photography out in Life magazine, Popular Mechanics, that showed just an image of the front end of the car. By telling nothing, there was so much pent-up interest from the press when the car came out. They had record sales in the showrooms. They could not build the cars fast enough.
We've been through 6 different generations of the Chevrolet Camaro. It's iconic.
The car does follow the true and tested Mustang theorem, which is a long hood, short rear on it. The car has swept flanks, angular approaches. It looks like it's running at speed when it's sitting still. All of these were revolutionary in 1967, but since then have become signatures in the Camaro legacy moving forward. The transmission was a 3-speed on the column.
We're talking about a 6-cylinder, it's an inline 6, 230 cubic inches. It's a workhorse. The car's Granada gold.
General Motors pilots that they thought were going to truly be successful, the first ones were always gold. The automotive version of the rabbit's foot, if you will. And the car wears it well. The car drifted through a number of successive owners, ending up with a race car builder. The race car builder thought it deserved something better than a 6-cylinder under the hood. So on went the big block engine, a high-performance drivetrain. One thing he did, though, is he kept all the original parts.
It was a popular car, raced for multiple years in the NHRA. The car had been raced hard and just parked outside and used as a toy.
Mr. Lawson, who is akin to Sherlock Holmes, managed to locate this race car builder, and he made a deal with the man, and all the original prototype parts were reunited with the car, which is a huge feat for a car like this.
Working with my dad that close was really cool. Just thinking about it, kind of, I know how special it is, even at 18. They're memories that can't be exchanged or forgotten.
I love that my son and I did this. I care about the history. I care about that boy. This is a story that him and I and other people that we care about put our blood, sweat, and tears in because we wanted to save it for other people.
I'm Logan Lawson.
And I'm Corey Lawson. And this car matters.
Now, how about that, Tonya? That was insane.
So what do you guys think of that? That car was in such bad shape.
It really was.
But the original parts were all kept. That car is 100% back to its original state. All numbers matching. All numbers matching. Every single part of that car, the numbers match.
That's important.
That is crazy. So, Logan, Corey, we want you to do an interview with us. When I come home, we're going to look you up. So, Andrew, tell our viewers why this is important and how it correlates to the new 2024 Panther.
Well, why don't I also just show you guys along with the ride? Let's go to the tape.
So, Andrew, history has shown ourselves that the number one Camaro was sold to a normal human being outside the Chevy world by mistake, and that Chevy tried to buy it back over and over and over for some amazing astronomical amounts of money, and couldn't get people to buy it back. Nope, let them buy it back. So how has this circled back?
Well, what if I told you that the first car was sold to the public and history is about to repeat itself? We might be breaking the news right now and letting the world know, but we're going to show you something with confirmation, because you know us, we do our research, and we want to bring you guys things first, but we're not going to do it unless we can seriously confirm pictures, audio, video, and text messages, phone calls of a car. But we know this to be the first car that was sold to the public, right? Had multiple owners. We have multiple pictures of the vehicle, and they're all over the internet.
I've seen it in person.
We've both seen it in person. It makes its appearances at shows across the country. It travels. It's on Woodward every year. I mean, it's a big deal. This was the first Camaro ever produced. So what if it's now not the only Camaro that GM sold to the public? Oops. Yeah, that's a big one. But there's the real VIN number, right? N100001.
Now you got it right, babe.
First one ever built, right? Well, it's kind of crazy when you look at this car and you're like, oh my God, like how did General Motors allow this car to go, right? Well, how would General Motors allow a car as rare as this to go? And you're just like, well, what are you talking about? It's just a Panther. Yeah, but is it just a Panther? Because what would be the rarest Panther to get produced? What do you think, Tonya?
I don't know. 001?
I would say no. It would, if you're not first, you're last.
350?
There is 350, guys. Read it and weep. Number 350 of 350 has been sold and delivered to a customer
in Temecula, California.
And you're like, whoa, no, that's not true. General Motors is keeping the car.
Nope.
I wish that were true, but from video evidence and photographic evidence and talking to the dealership, this car has been sold and delivered, and it's in the public. Someone now owns 350 of 350 and has the rarest Panther to be produced because it's the last one. General Motors did it again.
Paradise Autos, Temecula, California.
It's crazy, guys. Crazy. But these are the real images of the Panther. And we can tell you at least the Panther is going to be kept well because they not only ceramic coated the entire car, they PPF'd the entire car. And the owner now has it. And there's no photographs in the public. Nobody knows besides the dealership who bought it. So the car is somewhere now in California or, around the world. Where could it be? Because nobody has come forward yet and said they own the vehicle. But can you believe it? General Motors did it again. And it's a coupe. It's a coupe, guys. It's just crazy to me that this car was allowed to be sold to the public. But number 350 of 350 is now in someone's garage. And it's not General Motors.
It is not going to the Heritage Museum.
Not going to the Heritage Museum, guys. It's just crazy. When I saw this picture come across my phone, I was like, there's no way that this could be for sale. But you know us. We call all these dealerships. We're trying to find out where all these Panthers are going to bring you guys the latest information. And for people who are like, oh, you don't know. You don't have any proof. There's
help our dwellers buy them.
Yeah. We're trying to help people find these cars and stumbled across this one in Temecula, California, and we're like, oh, you don't know. Well, there's my text messages to the dealership. Yeah, Ian and Callie at Temecula, California, Temecula Chevrolet. We got 350 of 350, guys. And it's sold. Wow. I mean, that's in text. But I've also been on the phone with him multiple times trying to figure out, like, you need to let me know if this doesn't sell. Can you believe that?
Crazy.
350 of 350.
Crazy.
Breaking the internet tonight. The last Camaro, Panther ZL1, is out there.
Prowling California.
Prowling the streets, hopefully. Hopefully it's not going to be a garage queen or someone that's just looking to flip it, but they have the rarest Panther.
They do.
It's kind of crazy, guys.
Don't we have a video?
We do have a video. It's not.
Roll tape.
You want more proof, guys? First of all, we don't own the rights to this music or YouTube, so don't flag us. But here it is, guys. Listen to him. Listen to the man.
The rarest Camaro of 2024. Let me explain to you why. So first of all, this is a ZL1 package, and this is a Black Panther. So for this model year, they're limited to 350 units. And as some of you may or may not know, Chevrolet is discontinuing the Camaro as of 2024. So let me explain what makes this car extremely rare. One, it's a Black Panther edition. So you get the sleek matte black finish. It's more of a matte gray, but it's matte black.
What he said.
You're going to get these gloss black stripes on both the roof and the trunk. And then you're going to get this awesome Black Panther right here. Now before I go any further, I'm telling you why this car is rare. Let me explain to you what a Black Panther means. So in 1966, Chevrolet, when they conceptualized the concept of making a Camaro, it was nicknamed Black Panther. So to pay homage to the Camaro leaving the lineup, this is now called the Black Panther. So as I mentioned earlier, this is limited to just 350 units for 2024. And guess which unit this is? This is number 350. So quite literally the last Black Panther that's ever going to be made, which makes this extremely rare.
You heard the man. Extremely rare. Wonder if that car ever goes up for sale, what that thing will pull in.
So thank you to Paradise Autos and Ceramic Pros of Marietta.
Yes, for sure. We gotta give credit where credit's due. And thanks Ian from Paradise Chevrolet for reaching out to us while answering our calls and texts and everything, trying to figure out what cars are going where. It's just crazy, guys. 350 to 350s in the public. And we thought General Motors was keeping the car. But
nope.
Like VIN number 001 to the last Panther ever produced. General Motors let them both go. And they're in the hands of people. The community. Hopefully the Camaro community. Hopefully the last one is owned by someone that loves the car as much as we know we do and you do that are watching. So let us know what you think in the comments, guys. Can't believe we're dropping this, but it's another Camaro day, and we got more coming. We just got back from Ohio. We still got to talk about that and do another video about Tom Henry and his amazing collection out there. And of course, stay with us Wednesday nights. We're going back. We'll be back for our Wednesday night lives, and Tony is going to be starting her
Girl cave
videos, and we're actually having women ask for that, so that's good. That's good. You know, we're gonna be doing it all for you guys. We got a lot more coming, so stay tuned, and definitely smash that like button if you haven't already, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. We really appreciate it, all the love and support from the community out there, and we'll bring you more videos like this. 350 of 350 ZL1 Panthers is out in the public, guys.
So, owner of 350 of the 350, if you see this, reach out to us, please.
Please let us know.
We would love to talk to you.
We would love to talk to you. And stay tuned, because the cave's got more coming your way.
Peace out.
See you guys.